In this video, I'll share a few tips that help me to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic situation and still at least slightly enjoy periods of quarantine and social isolation. In fact, these are even learnings I've taken from the first wave, which affected also my psyche, as worries paralyzed me quite a lot during the first wave. So here are a few points I tried to follow in the second wave, and from my experience they're working, meaning they help me to keep a good mental well-being, and maybe some of them will inspire you too. So let's start with the practical point of view. Do maximum to protect yourself and your family, meaning we should really follow all preventive actions and government regulations to protect our health and not to endanger other people either. By doing so, we do basically all what can be done from our side to avoid the spread of this virus. But then stop focusing on COVID-19 completely. Although the overall situation with COVID-19 virus is horrible and I hope it will be over soon, unless we can somehow help in the current situation, we should try to avoid thinking about COVID-19. By following the first point, we do as much as we can in the situation, so it's basically our circle of influence, and everything outside this circle is, I would say, in God's hand, and our worries won't change anything. So what is to happen will happen. Also, another reason why we shouldn't think about COVID-19 too much is that, for example, I already noticed in two specific cases, people who started to subordinate their lives to COVID-19 too much, meaning they talk about it quite often, they followed even excessive preventive actions. But I think that the main problem was that the subject of COVID-19 was in their mind quite often, and since the law of attraction works, they most likely inadvertently attracted the virus, while other people around them, such as their colleagues, has remained healthy. And my next recommendation is don't forget to take care of yourself and your health. So I'm again going back to my video on self-care, just kindly reminding the importance of balanced life. Whatever the quarantine situation has limited you from doing, for example, you can't go to the gym, or you can't do any team sports, or you can't meet friends, or attend your creative course, etc. Find alternative ways how to keep your well-being. So, for example, you can work out at home or outside if the situation allows. You can schedule video calls with your family and friends, or you can paint or do any other creative activity also at home. And this point basically leads to the next one. Don't put your life on hold. Learn how to use your time well and how to enjoy your life in the current conditions. As nobody knows when the pandemic situation will be over, and your time is the most precious commodity you have. Don't set yourself just to standby mode when the situation will be normal, so that you can be happy again. And I heard a psychologist talking on the subject of COVID-19 and how people cope with the current situations, such as the isolation and restriction of freedom. And she mentioned that one of the reasons why people tolerate it poorly is that most people used to live too much in comfort zones, as nobody forced them to leave their comfort zones. But a comfort zone is a separate topic, and I will share my experience on this topic in the next video. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss it. And the last tip from my side is try to look at the quarantine from different perspectives. Not only what it takes from you, such as your freedom and social contacts, but also that it may create a room to take a closer look at yourself, to assess your life and your next plan for the future. So basically it creates a room to think about our lives from a higher perspective, not only to do all automatic activities which we usually do during the day. And actually you can spend also time on activities you didn't have much time for before, such as your hobbies. You can explore new hobbies, learn a new skill, read more, etc. So in my opinion, the best approach to the COVID-19 situation is a golden mean, meaning we shouldn't pretend that the virus and danger are not here, but we also shouldn't worry too much and think about it obsessively. So I would say that it's important to stay flexible, adapt to the current situation and limitations, and find alternative ways how to keep ourselves healthy, happy and satisfied, or even how to use the quarantine period effectively. I hope this video inspired you a little to start thinking about today's limitations as opportunities for something new. If so, like this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel.